Welcome to a quick tour of Google Layers. Google Layers adds information to the view from Google Earth. To start, we need to zoom in a little closer so that we can see some of these features as we add them. The first feature I am going to add with Google Layers is borders and labels. I select on borders and labels, and you notice that all of a sudden we have labels for the country and for the borders of the countries and the states. As we get closer, you'll notice that more detailed borders start to show up. We can add place names and so on. So now cities start getting closer and closer. So let's zoom on into Detroit. I can also add roads. As I click on roads, road names show up, starting with freeways since they're the biggest things you can see, and moving on down to smaller roads and so on and so forth. We'll also notice that the county line has appeared now. Macomb County being here, Oakland, and Wayne County. As we zoom in, we can add places. Places is useful if you want to find locations such as restaurants, churches. All of these have their own little symbol. Photos, add photos to the scene. And those photos look like a little Kodak instant picture, as in they have a picture with a white border around them. And perhaps the neatest feature is to show a 3D building. If you click on 3D buildings and then zoom in, some locations are in 3D. Usually big stadiums or other buildings like that. These are done by other people who are interested in modeling using a computer program to build a simulation of what a building looks like. For example, here we find Comerica Park. As we get closer, we can add more detail. We can use our tilt tool to change the view so that we can start to see it as it is in 3D. The little W is a Wikipedia entry. Good starting point for someone to learn about a place, but it's just that, a starting point. You want to encourage your students to move beyond Wikipedia to find resources in other places. Street view is the often controversial camera that you can see what it looks like on the street. We select that location and we look, and we may find there's an example of street view. And that shows us what the street looks like. Full view, that. There we go, it zooms in. And now I can tilt that picture and see what this actually looks like as opposed to the model. At least as far as the image has been taken. Click on the exit photo and it takes me back to where I was. Now we have to zoom out a little bit. And that's a quick tour of Google Layers.